Hello, good evening, SC viewers. This is Satellite Media. Mr. Chinedu Michael, let's all look at what is happening in the southeastern part of the country and talking about their fate in Nigeria. And we understand that Kwankwanso, who was the candidate of NNPP in the 2020 presidential election, have indicated interest to be Obi's running mate for 2027. But we are seeing a quick reaction from the APC national chairman coming from Ganduje that the alliance will fail. And Ganduje was somebody who have said in the past that the Igbos should come to APC to end their marginalization. So would the Igbos prefer to go to APC to end their marginalization, or they prefer an Obi going for the presidency with a Kwankwanso as running mate?
Banana Republic, that's Nigeria. Anybody that is telling you that it should run a one-party system is telling you that Nigeria is not a republican country or state. If you talk about democracy, if you allow people to belong to where they want to belong or where they find themselves to survive, it cannot be tell me that somebody who has a destiny in Kaduna as in Lagos is the same thing. People should be allowed to belong to where they feel that their interests can be protected. Gaduje's interest is protected in APC. That's why he's in APC. There's no two ways about that. So if any other party feel that APC or PDP in the entire eastern region is not benefiting them anything, they have right to switch over to any party of their choice. That is what they call democracy. Just to give you an insight of the recent election that was conducted, which was of course a flashpoint, for political opinion, considering the position Fubara took to be able to do that local government election in Rivers State. Quite successful. PDP was not there, APC was not there, but he set up, he brought up another political party, and they were able to carry out and deliver on that election. People have right to belong to any political party of their choice. Remember, it was the same North that came and banded and remarked that Igbo will not be president. And for them to survive any political horror in Nigeria, they must come down under the umbrella of the Northern Political League. Now they have moved away from there. I think they are talking about Elders Democratic League or Northern, Democratic League or something. They want to form another political group, that, ahead of 2027. Yes, Atiku said it. A lot of people have been saying it. They have ruled. Yorubas and Hausas have been able to enjoy this country in terms of leadership for a very long time, and they have not been able to transform Nigeria. They have not been able to move Nigeria to the point of Eldorado. They have not been able to achieve economic, political success as far as this country is concerned. So the general opinion is that Igbo man should be considered at this point, and sampling views from different quarters of the society, that Igbo man should be allowed, and it became prominent when in 2023, and that was how P2B was put forward. And you can see, it came to become something of a reference point to so many politicians around the world, because P2B is always being seen as a reference point, giving his success from nowhere, just few months to the political presidential election, that he decamped and he was able to register that success. And before that time, the Northerners were saying that anybody that goes and becomes vice to Obi will be dealt with, will be killed, will be done that. In fact, it was even coming out from Kwankwanso Rabiu, Kwankwanso himself, whom I know personally as governor. I've met him as governor in Kano State when Ganduje was deputy. Yes, I can tell you that. I know that to an extent, Obi wouldn't have want to have another extreme corporate gentleman, to be his running mate, even though it would have been actually better for us to have corporate Nigerians as with something inside, with competency, like where we have in what we have in 2023, Peter Dati, presidency. Now, if we are looking at Kwankwaso, Obi, presidency. The problem is that Kwankwaso has some elements of extremism in him. Yes, we're gonna.
But this is to jump in here.
Okay.
Because we understand that the 2023 presidential election, Obi did not do very well in the northern part of the country. We understand that you may call a Kwankwaso a local politician because I think he swept through almost all the local governments in Kano State in that presidential election. That alliance, if both of them are on the same ticket, do you think Obi will make a good inroad into the north in 2027?
No, I still want to say it very closely, because if you look at it very properly, the NNPP under Kwankwaso did not actually do anything encouraging outside Kano State. What happens to in other states of the northern part of the country? Can Kwankwaso be credible enough to register up to 2 million votes in all those northern states? We saw it during his time. It didn't come. It didn't happen. People voted for Obi without anybody knowing. The northerners prayed and mourned and supported and wished that Obi became the president of Nigeria at that time. But the judiciary and the INEC, did what they know how best to do. Today, Nigeria is still mourning the presence of APC government in Aso Rock. But that's what I'm saying, that it's something that will be studied hard, very well. Will it be able to obey Obi? Will it be able to work with Obi in the next 4 to 8 years of the administration? That's a fact. Another thing people need to look at.
That is loyalty.
I'm looking at, because I don't know whether, a lot of things have been transformed about Kwankwaso currently now. Because if you see how the way and manner Kwankwaso was sounding in 2023, when he came out on a public television and said that he becomes a second Obi's running mate, he will be killed in the north. That is politically more relevant than Obi.
People recently have said that he's more educated than Obi, but that if some conditions are met, he's ready to deputize Obi.
He cannot be more educated than Obi because we have millions and millions and millions of blueprint companies that Obi is running. We don't know his antecedents. I've listened to some when he was Minister of Defense. I've listened to Kwankwaso very well. I've listened. He cannot compare himself with Obi in all ramification.
He's talking about his academic.
Obi has more. Obi has more. Has the capacity. Has the experience. Has the technical know-how. Kwankwaso you are seeing is not even far from being who they are entirely in the north.
You say he's an academic doctor.
If he's an academic doctor, what do you mean by he's an academic doctor? And you have millions of academic doctors everywhere. How have that been able to make you function? How have we been able to transform that into functionality? How are you able to transform that into leadership? How are you able to transform that? These are the questions we need to ask ourselves. If you become what have you done? What have you been able to do? What have you been able to impart? What can people say about you? How have you been able to see your qualification, which is ordinary paper? Bro, we're talking about experience. We're talking about what you have inside you. In China, nobody is after education, your paper qualification. What they are after is that how can you be able to transfer into what is your brain to physical reality? How can Kwankwaso transfer what is inside his brain to good leadership in Nigeria? So so they always brag. That's how he bragged in 2023 about Obi. He cannot do that. This a comeback, because Obi left them because they are not in the same.
I will ask you this question: are you joining Kwankwaso to condemn the alliance or an Obi-Kwankwaso?
See, I have my salvation because
no, let us get your view. Are you joining Are you joining the APC chairman to go against that alliance?
No, I'm not going against the alliance. I'm going against the choice and the probability of continuation, so that we will not get at the end of the day and we begin to experience balkanization along the line. Because Kwankwaso is somebody that can do that. So we need to look inwards. Maybe look at somebody like Bukola Saraki to come in, who is not a core northern politician, but has a northern influence and support at the end of the day. You know, for me, if they feel that all factors has been considered and the only thing they can come out with is Obi-Kwankwaso 2027, well, victory, no matter how you look at it, is powered by the choice of the people. And if it's the choice of the people, of course, they will embrace it and will definitely fly. The reason it will fly is that this APC government, has not been something that has been able to put smiles on the faces of Nigeria, and Nigeria will not waste any blink an eye to see that APC government, come to an end after Tinubu's tenure.
Okay, finally on this, would you prefer the Igbos to join APC to end marginalization or an Obi presidency?
No. We don't want to join any political party. They should allow the structure to remain they are. What they should have done is to allow their structures to collapse, against interest and for interest and against.
Because our asking, would the Igbos prefer an Obi-Kwankwaso ticket or to join APC to end their marginalization?
That's what I'm answering you now. We don't need all those joined in and that. What is there is that if it is a common front for Obi and Kwankwanso, well, it will fly. But anybody that is telling you that they should come and join APC to be able to win anything or get to the presidency, as in Obi or Igbo man becoming the president under, it's not going to work. They already have reservation against APC. APC means something else in the east, considering the fact it's the same APC government that killed 28 people in Nnamdi Kano's house, kidnapped somebody who is just asking for peace, who is asking for freedom. Up to today, that person is still in there. Does that mean the same APC brought damage and destroyed and brought bad economy to the Nigerian masses? So Igbos does not align with darkness. Igbos align with light.
Thank you very much, Mr. Michael. This is a good place to let it go. I'm Mr. Mato and this is South Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and keep on having a date with us on satellite media. God bless you.
Thank you very much.